everyone, it's me, C, back here with another video. Thank you all for being patient with me with the hiatus I had for a week. I had some real life stuff come up. I got a COVID vaccine and I had to move out of college and all that, so I didn't really have the time to sit down and make videos, and also I wanted to make sure I was healthy and all that after my vaccine. But anyways, today we are going to be talking about the Dream Summon. I waited till today to do it because I wanted to see the roster for the paid. So, before we do begin, if you like my content and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter if you want to stay updated with what I'm doing. And of course, I will be putting a Discord link in the server. Come join the little community that we have. We always like new people, so that's cool. Let's get into it. Oh, that's nice. First, let's go over the free one real fast. If I can find it. Okay. So the free one is a voucher that you get from grinding out all the gold emblems in the current raid event, Rage of Kronos. People have done it day one. You could wait for a nightmare to come out, so. But the easiest way to do it is just to put it on auto. Just put yourself in a private room or have a friend do it with you if they still need them too to do this. That's the quickest way right now to grind. It'll be a lot easier once Nightmare comes out because that's more yield for the EX mats and all that stuff. So that will be easier for everybody. But for the voucher lineup, this goes until the roster goes up to characters that were released last May. So event-wise, that would be Time Worn Torment. So the newer characters on this list will be Radiant Zhuangzong and Zubaje. That's it. It doesn't have anything that's more current. So if you're looking at the paid Dream Summon and want to go for somebody on there, make sure you check and see if they're on the free Dream Summon first, because you don't want to screw yourself. And you could also net a newer unit that you do want that you don't have yet. Just wanted to talk about that. Let's talk about the paid Dream Summon, as we can see right here. First of all, this is paid, obviously. You'll need real money. You'll need 1,200 diamantium to do this. So if you do not have the money for that, I do apologize. I wish you could have the money for this because this is amazing. We don't get this very often. So when this comes around, if you can possibly do this, do it. Just don't wait forever because it will be gone before you know it. But the cheapest way to get diamantium for this, well, these are on sale. I'm trying to find the beginner pack. Is it in here? No, it's not in here. Because there's a beginner pack. I just don't know where it is. There should be a beginner. Oh, here it is. Okay, this is the beginner's pack I'm talking about. This is for $8 to get a full multi of diamantium. So if you haven't done this yet, I totally recommend doing this. It'll save you money. But if you have done it already, you could just buy actual diamantium from the shop for $25. It's not a bad price, and I think this is one of the more reasonable purchases in the game. If you're not wanting to spend or anything. If you do want to still support the game, this is one of the best ways you can support the game, is getting this and getting a dream summon. Now, let's discuss the dream summon. So, of course, the dream summon comes with a 5-star or 4-star, whatever of your choice, whatever character you want to pick, and a 10-fold ticket. So, you'll get the 10-fold ticket for that too, which you can add to your stash or whatever if you're saving for, say, Fire Emblem. But I have some notes on characters I'm going to talk about, so we're going to go over that. If I could click the button, let's check out the lineup. Okay, before we do begin, I do want to make sure everyone is aware of this. Unlike the last dream summon that happens back in September, we do not have limited characters. So no Dragon Yo Cleo, no Halloween Elisan, nothing like that. So this is mainly just limited. This is not limited pool, my bad. This is general pool up to auberius. So no human Mercury. I'm sorry if you all wanted to get human Mercury. I think she's just too recent, I think, for them to put her on here. And of course, Vanya's not on here because she's currently summonable at a rate up. So of course they're not gonna add her. But let's go through the list. And of course, Yeldabaoth just came out today, so I will be making some extra special mentions for some characters. But I'll be doing 2 characters per element just for time's sake. Other people have probably made Dream Summon videos, so if you want more in-depth stuff, go right ahead. But for Agito, not for Agito purposes, but for Dominion purposes, Naveed is a good option. He can dispel and strength down. He is really, really good for the current Dominion if you are having some trouble. Because right now, the meta is looking to be very Leonidas-centric. So he could help you out with dispelling, and he's also used for autos and all that too. So he's a pretty solid pick. Next up, Azaleth. Azaleth is not that great in Dominion because her S2 kind of got nerfed. But Azaleth is all about crit damage and doing a shit ton of crit damage. She was used in a cheese back in the day for Legend Volk. So that can basically tell you, yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty good for Agito. She has the rare sleep res, which is very nice if you're looking for another sleep res option on your team. I will mention Komodo Ellie because she is the buffer for Flame Dominion right now. She does unique buffs that stack and all that. So if you're looking for a buffer for Flame, that will help you for Dominion, Komodo Ellie is really, really good for that. Let's scroll down. I want to bring special attention to Kataka Sandra. So, Kataka Sandra is one of the 2 characters in the game with overdamage. Overdamage is really, really nice, and it is used a lot in Dominion. So, if you do not have overdamage, I would completely suggest getting her for the shared skill. This shared skill will help you so much. I cannot stress that enough. Let's go down to water. Summer Celia is really good. She supports the team with her buffs and has bog, so she's a pretty solid unit for twins. I do expect her to be used in Legend Twins in the future, but just know she is not good for Dominion because she relies on buffs to get going, so keep that in mind. Scroll down. Mitsuba, mostly for cheese stuff, nothing really that special. She's mostly used for certain cheeses that you could find easily if you search on the internet. Feeny is one of the 2 water dispels in the game right now. I'd say I'll talk about the other dispel in a second, but if you just like Feeny more, sure, go for her. There's not really an issue with that. Just know that there is a character with a better water dispel, and I'll talk about her, I think, next. Well, not next. I got 2 more. Lily for her freeze, shared skill. You will have to time it properly, but it's really, really good for certain things, especially Master Volk with the fucking squirrels. Can save you a lot of trouble. So, she would be a nice pickup if you want that freeze. Janxia is the definitive water healer in the game. If you have Nurse Aileen, you can get by with her, but JZ is just better than Nurse Aileen. So if you want an upgrade and all that, totally go for JZ. That's the community name for her, because her name's a little long. But she is a great healer and totally worth picking up. Now, for the other dispel, Lapis. Lapis has the fastest dispel shared skill in the game. Yes, I'm not kidding. So, if you do not have Not, who is the 2nd fastest after Lapis, then totally pick up Lapis. She is also very, very good for Dominion content, so she is worth a pick up just for that alone. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Alright, let's go to wins. Let me check my notes. Linnea is one of the best win DPSs in the game. She is one of my favorite characters to play. She just hits like a goddamn truck, which is insane. If you spiral her, you'll get the absolute amazing benefits of her, but just be aware that her S2 is nerfed by Nihility, so you will have trouble taking advantage of her high damage in Dominion content. Next character I want to mention, where is she? There she is, Miriam. She is the definitive strength amper so far in the game. If you don't have her and you are in endgame and want to work on Yaldabaoth and getting ready for Master, because Master does include win characters, I totally suggest picking up Miriam. She is the definitive wind emperor right now, and probably will be for a while. So if you don't have her and you were not lucky to get her during the gala where she was on Raid Up, go for her. She's really, really good. I want to make an honorable mention for Formal Joachim, because his shared skill is amazing. It has amazing poison uptime and amazing storm lash uptime. So that is something to consider if you're trying to figure out certain shared skills to use. But I would say he has one of the best shared skills in the game for his long affliction uptime. So if you don't have him, he is certainly something you can consider to pick up. Light. Okay. Special mention to Pekarine, because she is a really good light DPS. She's better than Albert. So, but her skill animations are a little bit long, so keep that in mind. But I'd say she'd be a really, really nice pickup. I also did a showcase on her, so I will put that in the description if you want to see me playing the main character from Princess Connect. Let me scroll down. Lillietta is really good for Dominion. She's also very, very good for light auto. So if you're interested in doing auto comms or want something to help you with Lilith, Lillietta is a great pick. And she's the best tank in the game. So if you like tanks, she is perfect for you. And right after her is Rosaria. Rosaria is one of the premier characters in Lilith right now, because she can dispel, she can flash burn, she can heal herself off her S2. She can give people a life shield. Rosaria is amazing, and I love using her. If you do not have her, I'd suggest getting her, but everybody has access to Luca, who is a free character, and if you mana spiral him, one of his skills does do a dispel, so if you want to use Luca instead, keep that in the back of your mind. But I'd say Rosaria is a little bit better than Luca. It's just it takes her a while to get up and going with her dispel. But after that, it's just spam your standard attack and she'll just dispel like crazy. So it mostly depends on what you're going for. Alright, Hildegard. If you do not have Hildegard, I totally suggest getting her. I know I've been saying that a lot today, but she, of all the characters, she should be one of the big things you decide to get. She is the best healer in Light, and by far, possibly even the best healer in the game. So, if you do care about that, she will be a great option for you, but I will suggest something. She is on the Dream Summon voucher, which you can get for free. So, if you haven't used your voucher yet and you want to get Hildegard, get Hildegard on the voucher. So you can get a more recent unit if you want. Because some of these units on here are on that voucher. Just keep that in mind. Ilia is a great light DPS. She can be used in Lilith to some extent. I'm just not the type to do skip nihility strats, so that's why I am like a little antsy on her for Dominion, but she's very, very good in Tartarus, and I expect her to be very, very good for Legend Tartarus coming up in August. Next up, Auberius. Auberius is one of the best shadow DPSs in the game. I cannot stress that enough. He can dispel off of both the skills, and he does dragon damage. And when he's in dragon, he can also dispel. Like, any attack he does in dragon, dispel, 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 dispel. So, he will make your life so much easier when Shadow Dominion comes out. We aren't able to really test this yet, but just keep that in mind. Honorable mention for Linnea, because she is used in Legend Cayenne for 4-striking, but Vita, a 3-star, does her job perfectly fine, so use Vita instead if you want. That's what I did. But if you just like Linnea, sure, go on ahead. Melina is the best DPS for Cayenne. She makes Cayenne a literal joke if you have her. So if you're struggling with, say, Cayenne or Legend Cayenne, Melina is going to be a great pickup for you. Delphi is also very, very good. He has a defense down buff zone, a poison buff zone, or affliction zone, whatever it is. He is amazing support for your team. So, if you don't have him and you want to prepare for future Dominion content, because I have a feeling he's going to be decent for Dominion, go ahead and get him. I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite characters, so if you don't have him, he is certainly an option to consider. Let's scroll down a bit. Lathnet, Forte, I'm going to clump these two together. They are great DPSs, but they rely a little bit on poison, so they're best run on poison teams. But they hit like damn trucks. So if you want good DPS for a poison team, go right ahead. Now, Grace. She is the thing I suggest you get from this Dream Summon if you do not have her. But she is also on the free voucher. So if you have that free voucher still and you don't have Grace, get Grace. No questions asked. Grace is amazing. She will make your life so much easier from the beginning of the game all the way up to the end of Agito, which is about 95% of the game right now. She is not that good in Dominion, but I would not suggest worrying about that if you are a newer player. So keep that in mind. But Grace is amazing because of her life shields. She makes you impervious to a lot of things and makes sure you can take a lot more hits. So she is great for survivability. I also want to make a special mention this summer Veronica. Right now, we don't have anything for Shadow in terms of Dominion content, but I do see Veronica and even Story Cleo being the premier healers of Shadow Dominion. So if you want to prepare and want to get a good healer for Shadow, totally pick up Veronica. I've used her a little bit with Trials of the Mighty, and she's pretty good. She is a little unique, so keep that in mind, but she still is very, very good with her healing, so she is a great pickup. The rest of these are 3 stars and 4 stars. You can get these normally through the game, so I'm not gonna really talk about them that much. But let's go over some dragons. First, I want to make a special mention to Horus because he has attack rate, which can be used on supporters and healers for them to get their skills faster, which is nice if you're using on a Halloween low-end or a healer of any kind. But you can just use Phoenix. He's not a necessity. Hanosa, she is one of the skill damage dragons. She will make your life a lot easier for that skill damage. So if you are missing her and you need a flame skill damage dragon, go ahead, go pick her up. She's really good. Let's move on to water. Okay. In the community, we call her GNC or Bunny because her name is too long and she looks like a bunny. So for the purposes of this video, I will be calling her GNC because that's just easier to say than her full name 10 fucking times. But Bunny is amazing. She has a buff zone that basically charges your skills. She is used in so many cheese comps, it's not even funny. So she will make your life so much easier for water content and will help you if you're trying to get into twins and are struggling a little bit, but she is amazing. So if you don't have Bunny, keep her in the back of your mind too. I'm going to mention Siren because she's also a skill damage dragon like Celia, as I mentioned before. So keep that in mind. She will also be very, very helpful too. Let's go down the winds. Mickard Stormer 0. He has wind res down off his dragon skill, which is amazing for endgame stuff, making you hit harder with your skills if you're using a wind character. So if you don't have Mickard Stormer 0 and have been struggling a little bit with, say, like Legend Ciela or just Ciela in general, get him. Just get him. He's amazing. Also for wind, I want to mention Foreya because she's the HP skill haste dragon, so you want her on your healers. And she has a really good dragon skill for restoring HP, and it does a regen for a while. It also does energy, but in Dominion that energy is gone. But you mostly just use her for that heal anyways. It's not really that big of a deal. She's very, very good. Let's go down to Light. So Light doesn't have a skill share, like a skill damage dragon, unfortunately. I don't know why. They just don't. And Light is a little because it focuses a bit on the limited aspect of its roster. So if you were a newer player, you're a little bit screwed in that department because light meta is still a little bit on the limited side. It's kind of starting to lean away from that with Lilith and all that opening up more opportunities. But I will mention Taishan Gozu, or Taishan, we'll go by that. She is the HP skill haste dragon for light. She is mostly seen on Hildegards for Dominion, so if you don't have her, or Jeanne d'Arc, you could use her, but if you have Jeanne d'Arc, you could use her instead. Jeanne d'Arc is still pretty good for that. She doesn't have essence yet, keep that in mind. But Jeanne d'Arc does. Where is she? There's Jeanne. I will mention Cupid because he has strength. He is a strength dragon. And his dragon skill heals your team and boosts your critical rate. So that's pretty good. It can be a heal in a pinch. Corsaint Phoenix. She's also pretty nice. I've seen her be used on Mitsuhides and Dominion and stuff. She has Paralysis Punisher, so she is meant to be used on characters that use paralysis. Like, for example, Mitsuhide and some other characters. So I say she's pretty good. Now, let's talk about Shadow. If I remember my notes correctly. High Chthonius is really good. But you have to shapeshift into him twice to get to the benefits of his buffs. Keep that in mind. He is like a high dragon, but a little bit better because he is gacha, so there's that to him. Ramiel, if you want dragon prep for like a friend grace or something like that, go for him. Azazel is the HP skill haste dragon for Shadow. He is mainly used on Patias and Grace. So if you got Grace or something like that and you don't have Azazel, go for him. He is super, super good. Do I have one more? Yes, I do. Where is he? Shinobi. Shinobi is one of the 3 skill damage dragons in Shadow. So if you don't have Cat or Arsene, you can use Shinobi completely fine. He is pretty good. But his energy is kind of sanked, so keep that in mind for, say, Dominion content. But he's not, but Shadow doesn't have Dominion, so keep that in mind. So, with all that being said, I hope my little discussion about these characters gives you an idea of who to pick, but I will also be doing my dream summon. I'm going for Lapis. So, yeah, I'm gonna go for Lapis this time. I don't have a water dispel, and I just want her to make my life a lot easier. So, I'll be getting her. Sorry about that pause there. I had to go take care of something real fast. But, we're back. I'm going to be dream summoning Lapis. I hope you all get something that you want personally for your dream summon. Keep in mind, some of the characters I did mention are on the other dream summon thing, the voucher. So make sure you check both the lists before going in. But I'm getting Lapis. I have no regrets for her. Also, yes, you get a 10-fold ticket for this. So that's good. And there we go. Go away, Alliance notes. There we go. We got Lapis, the blue rose. Where is she? I want to see her. Oh, I'm so excited to have her finally. I can't wait for my life to be so much easier now. But yeah, thank you all for watching. That's pretty much it for the video today. I might do another video later today talking about Yaldabaoth, so stay tuned for that. But as always, I'll see you all next time.